Okay, good evening everybody. Today I am taking a class in polymorphism, which is an important topic in C++ language, which comes under object-oriented language. Okay, and wherever object-oriented language is there, there you will get this polymorphism in Python, in C#, C++, Java, these things. Okay, my name is Dharan. I am a computer faculty of Micropath Computer Center, Tukur. Usually, before that, you must be knowing what is a polymorphism. Poly stands for Greek. Poly is a Greek word. Poly stands for many. Morph means which is all different forms on which they are operating on. Okay, and what are the different types of polymorphism? Compile time and runtime. Compile time polymorphism. Okay, the function which is resolved at the compile time, that is called compile time polymorphism. What are the examples for compile time polymorphism? That is your function overloading. That is in case of function overloading. Okay, same function. In the same function, the return type must be same. Return type must be same in the both the base class and in the direct class. Okay, return type must be same in the both base class and direct class function. Whichever the function we are calling for from base class to direct class, return type must be same. That is the meaning of this compile time polymorphism. What are the examples for compile time polymorphism? That is, you have function overloading, this keyword, then copy constructor, operator overloading. Okay, these are the examples for constructor. These are compile time polymorphism. What are the examples for runtime polymorphism? That is function overriding and virtual function. Actually, what is function? What is virtual? What is the meaning of runtime polymorphism? In runtime polymorphism, same function which is called for the direct class. The return type may be same or it may be different. Return type may be same or it may be different. Okay, that is the meaning of function overriding. Okay, and one more example, function overriding is virtual function. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll show an example. Okay, now we'll go to this one. Okay, I'll show an example for this. Now see, I told you regarding polymorphism. Okay, this is polymorphism. Okay, and in one class I'm calling two functions. One is 2 parameter, one is 3 parameter. Okay, then what I'm doing, I'm doing types of polymorphism, function overloading. Okay, and example for this is compile time polymorphism, function overloading. Okay, what are the other types? Other types is I told examples for function, example for compile time polymorphism. Okay, what are they? That is, you have this keyword, then you have operator overloading, here constructor overloading. Okay, then you have copy constructor. Okay, these things here, copy constructor. Okay, these are the examples for compile time polymorphism. Okay, then what are examples for runtime? For runtime polymorphism, what we have? Runtime we have function overriding, and we have virtual function. Today I will show example for only function overloading and function overriding. Next class I will teach for later example. Okay, now first what I will do, I will go show an example for function overloading. Okay, function overloading. See, in this what I am doing, in this function overloading, same function, but I am returning different argument. In one function I am returning one argument, in another function, in the same function I am returning two arguments. Same function, different arguments. Okay, and then this is the program. Here this is calling function for one parameter, two calling function for one and two parameters. I am called separately. Here I am telling void because I am not returning any value, just I am printing the statement, different statement. Okay, now if I run this program, execute, compile and run, see this is the output what I am getting. Okay, this is example for what? Function overloading. Okay, next what I will do, I take one more example. Okay, function overloading. So here, okay, that is the function overloading. See this one. See the example. See same function. What I am doing here, I am passing same function. I am calling different parameters. There is for adding for 2, here for 3 meters. Okay. Here I am calling the same function. Okay. Here I am telling class add. I am calling the same function. Okay, one for 2 parameters, one for 3 parameters. Here I am calling object with the function for 2 parameters, 3 parameters. Okay. Now if I run this program, okay. Even this is example for function overloading. Function overloading. Okay. The next word here. Next example is suppose I say. See this one. See one more example for function already. This for comparative parameter. Here you are using different data types, long and float, different data types, and parameters same. Parameters are same. Okay, this function. Okay, I am using one is for long, one is for float. Okay, returns here return is different. Return data type is different. Okay, same one is for returning this one, and one for returning the return type is same. Return type is same, but the data types are different. Data types are different. Okay, now I will run this program. Okay. See this program. First is asking one is for returning the long term values, one is for returning the floating point values. Floating point. Okay. Even this is example for compile time polynomial. My next program is regarding function overriding. Okay. Regarding function overriding. Function overriding. This one. Overriding. See this one. See the example for function overriding. Yeah, but in function overriding, now whichever the function is returning the derived class, it is different. It may be same or different. In function overloading, the return type must be same, both in the base class and derived class. In function overloading, the return type must be same in both base class and derived class. But in function overriding, return type may be same or may be different. Okay, that is the meaning of function overriding. Now see in this program what I am doing, I am calling the two functions, same function I am calling the same parameter. Okay, and I am here in the first function what I am doing. Okay, in the base class function I am calling directly. In the derived class function I am adding the value to the one more variable. Here my return is here I am doing the different task. I am adding the result to the variable, but here I am adding directly. Okay, and here what I am doing, I am calling this. I am using the inherited concept. And this is the base. This is the derived class. This is the base class. And using this object, I am calling both the classes because B is inherited from here. I am telling B dot add one to this, go to the class here. Okay. Then now this is directly I am taking the class B, and this is through this object I am calling the class A with the function, and I am multiplying. Okay. Now what I will do, if I run the program, I am going to execute compile run. Now see. Now this is regarding function overriding. Okay. Today I stop it here. Next class I will continue next topics. Okay, thank you.